Hello everybody, my name's Hocus Pocus and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. Today we are kicking off episode 15 of the series, and I just have to say that up to this point I've really enjoyed it and I just can't wait for the next 15 episodes. So without further ado, let's get right into the episode. Okay, so between recordings I've done a few things that I'll discuss with you right now. First thing I'm going to discuss with you is what's in this chest right here. And voila, it's not mining stuff. I haven't been on a mining session. But we did do 3 enchantments between episodes. And I just quickly want to show you, before I use these tools, what I was able to get. So, first we got a pickaxe with Unbreaking 3 and Fortune 2, which is not bad. That will hopefully either be combined with another Fortune 2 pickaxe to make a Fortune 3, or take over from the Fortune 3 if we don't get lucky enough to get another Fortune 2/3 in the near future. We got a sword with Looting 2, Sharpness 3 and Knockback 2. Our current sword has Sharpness 3, so we're going to replace it straight away with the Looting and Knockback. And finally we got an Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4 and Silk Touch pickaxe. And once again, this pickaxe was promising me Unbreaking 3. I took it, and I also got 2 other enchantments, so maybe that's the way forward in the future, is to select the enchantments that promise Unbreaking 3, because I've been getting quite lucky with those. Anyway, that's it in terms of what tools I was able to enchant between episodes. Let's just throw those in there. I do actually have 30 levels, so I want to do another enchantment with you guys right now once we've slept this current night away. This chest can go in there. Can we sleep right now or not? Okay, so before we do the enchantment then, I will take you into the automatic kelp farm. And as you can see, all 3 of the modules on this side of the room are now complete. So we have 6 complete modules. This side of the room and this side of the room is 99% complete, apart from this wall here, and this wall here. So from this update onwards, we're going to have to think about whether or not we want to put some more kelp farms in the center of the room. So if we do, I would imagine we'd have the redstone running down the middle, a piston row here and a piston row here, with the observers on top, and then the kelp will sort of be collected in this row here, leaving us around 5 or 6 blocks of room to maneuver, which I think will be fine. So if this farming space doesn't produce enough kelp for us, I'm sure that building something in the middle wouldn't be too much of a hassle, and it's probably something that I will decide on in the future sometime. Alright, so now that it's a bit darker and I've showed you the automatic kelp farm, I think we'll be able to sleep and we can get this enchantment underway. So let's just hit the sack for a second. Alright, so it's morning again. Let's grab ourselves, we'll look at a bow, we'll look at a pickaxe, look at a sword, and if there's nothing interesting on these 3 items, then maybe we can look at something else as well. But hopefully the game will gift us with something interesting. So power 4 on a bow, alright, whatever. Unbreaking 3 on the pickaxe, I mean, that's worked wonders for me recently. So here, let's just enchant another pickaxe. You can never have too many enchanted pickaxes once, or before you have mending, I should say. So let's grab some sticks. Here we go, we'll use 2 birch wood here, craft some sticks. Let's grab 3 diamonds, 1, 2, 3. 3 lapis, 1, 2, 3. Oops. Let's craft ourselves a pickaxe. And let's see what we are going to be gifted with today. Hopefully not just Unbreaking 3 on its own. And once again, Unbreaking 3 turns up trumps. So I'm thinking my theory about taking Unbreaking 3 is one that is testing to be true so far. So now we actually have 2 identical picks right here. Efficiency 4, Silk Touch and Unbreaking 3. I'm not actually too fussed about that at all, because that's a really nice pick. A really, really nice pick. And accompanied with our Fortune 2 pick, and our current Unbreaking and Efficiency pick, as well as our other Fortune pick that we have, we've got quite a nice set of tools here. So I think that was actually quite a lucky return. Alright guys, so now that we got that out of the way, let's think about what we're going to do for this episode. And I actually already have a plan of what I want to do. So if we hop up here and take a look into the plains biome, you can see we have a semi-flat area here that I'm highlighting with my cursor. So it runs from this water to the right to around about this ridge here. And I want to get a nice big tree farm up and running. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to think about a design. some sort of design, and we're going to use this huge landmass here to create ourselves a nice tree farm in this episode. So as I said, let me cut the video here. I'll go down behind me into the plains biome, get some work done, and once I've got a design that I'm happy with, I'll bring you guys back in and we can think about working on the farm a little bit more. So, catch you in a second. Okay guys, so not too much progress has been made, but we have a basis to work from now for our tree farm, so let's approach it. Okay, so obviously we have the tree here. I'm probably going to be going for oak in this farm, and then if we need any other types of wood, we can obviously expand it or make separate tree farms. Alright, so underneath the oak is a piece of coarse dirt that just indicates where the sapling needs to be replanted. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much because we have a surrounding for it as well. We have 3 stone bricks, and then in front of the tree we have a redstone lamp, which is being lit by a redstone block underneath. Whoa, that went seriously dark then. Okay, so that's that for the tree. And then beside the tree, we're going to have a piece of gravel with a stone fence piece and a slab on top, and in front of that we're just going to place a sign, because in the future if there's anything I need to honor subscribers for or anything like that, I can use these signs for that purpose. So I think I quite like this design, and obviously we're going to be placing a lot of these down, stretching from the bank of the valley here, and I'm probably going to take it quite far back, almost as far back as the forest in the background there. But we'll see how much room I really want to take up with this as we work on it, and then we'll go from there essentially. So what I'll do guys is let me just replicate this, do a little bit more work, and throw a few more things together, and I will show you again the progress that I have made. Okay guys, so here right in front of me is the progress that we've made so far on the tree farm. I thought I'd give you a view up here first from afar, just so you can gauge sort of the width of the farm. Obviously, the depth so far isn't anywhere near as what I want it to be when it's complete. Obviously, I've said already I want it to expand towards the edge of this forest at the back here. So before nighttime, let's quickly hop down here and see what we have been doing. Whoops. Let's get across this valley, which we definitely need to build a bridge over. Okay, so I've been going in rows. So you have the first row here with the signs facing towards us, then a small gap between this row and this row of trees, the signs facing inwards. Obviously we have signs facing inwards here too, so this is going to be some form of pathway between the trees. Then similarly we have a smaller gap here between the 2 rows. They're back to back, and this sign faces inwards along with this sign, so the path is going to run between these sets of trees. I haven't been keeping things linear, so as you can see, the farm doesn't always extend out to the same distance. I mean, on this side it does roughly, but I've taken it up a notch here just to get some sort of differentiation going, because I eventually want to build a wall around this as well, and I don't want it all to look so uniform. I want it to look somewhat natural. So on this side, as you can see, it's not as linear as on the other side. So we've got trees that extend out a bit further. It's the same here as well. Obviously this extends out slightly further, and it gains length as it increases. So that's what we want to basically keep following the idea that we have at the moment and expanding the farm. And again, once I've taken this a few steps further, I'll keep you updated. I just wanted to show you what we had going for now, so you get a general idea of where I'm going to be taking the farm. Okay guys, so I think I've got everything up together in terms of planting the saplings for our tree farm, and you can see it right there behind me. Once more, let's go take a little bit of a closer look and see where the farm ends in terms of depth. Yep, still need a bridge across here, of course. Probably should have built a little dirt one for now. But, you know, I'm not that smart sometimes, so yeah. Anyway, so here's the farm. It begins here. So what we're a few blocks into the plains biome. I don't really want to go any further that way because I want to build some sort of path, and then obviously have a wall that runs around here. So that's going to take about another 10 to 15 blocks. So I think this is a good place to start. And then obviously you have I didn't make it all level. I kept the terrain pretty much the way it was. I edited a few areas that required it. But I just like the fact that, you know, it's not just a flat tree farm that you usually see. It's got a bit of depth and a bit of character to it, and I'm sure I'll add more over time as we continue building. But you can see it comes back quite far, and eventually we come to some sort of cave system down here that Had a few mobs in it a few seconds ago. I don't see any. Oh no, there's a guy down there. Look, you can see. So I don't really want to push any further because you can see this is where the grass begins to transition, and it just doesn't feel right to have oak trees in this spruce type biome. Can you shut up, please? Yeah, it doesn't feel right to have the oak trees in this spruce type grass biome. So I think this is a perfect place to end the farm. And obviously as well, we want to fit a wall in on this side. So the wall's going to wrap all the way around the outside of the farm. As I already mentioned, I didn't keep things linear on the outside. So we have a few bumps, a few curves. And I really like the way it looks, actually, in terms of shape. I didn't want it to be a square. I didn't want it to be a rectangle. I didn't want it to be anything like that. And I didn't want it to look too messy either, because obviously tree farms tend to be organized. So I really like the way it's turned out. So from here, guys, we're going to have to head into the nether because I had nowhere near enough glowstone to finish off the lamps. And we still have, I mean, I don't know how many trees are in here, but I'm going to say roughly, what, 50 to 70 trees in this farm. So we're going to need a lot more glowstone because I only had 11 pieces, I think, 11 glowstone blocks. So we've only got lamps on 11 of these trees at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to jump into the nether, collect some more glowstone, and once we have it, then I'm going to start laying down the lamps in the rest of the trees. And after we've completed that stage of the tree farm, we'll see what's to come next. Okay, guys, so I've been to the nether, I've gathered the glowstone required for the farm, and I've placed in all of the lamps now. So let's head over there and take a look so that we can see what the farm looks like now that it's been slightly updated. And once more, I'm just dreaming of having a bridge to cross this gap. Okay, so here we go. Let me just quickly take a run through. Not going to go into too much detail, but as you can see, every tree now has its own lamp, which should help to light up the farm at night and negate spawns, because I don't really want too many mobs spawning in here. As you know, I'm going to be using this place to get some wood when I need it, so it'll be nicer if I don't have to fight anything whilst I'm trying to chop down the wood. But yeah, that's how it looks at the moment, and I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. It looks good, and it came out sort of in the fashion that I was imagining it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to build the wall around the outside of it today, guys. I'm going to leave that for another video, maybe the next video. Maybe it won't be too far in the future anyway. Let me just leave it at that. But yeah, we do want to get a wall around the outside of here, and we just want to add a bit more detail into the farm itself. And once those two things are done, we should have a pretty nice looking oak farm in our plains biome across from our house. So now for the next part of the episode, we're running very, very low on iron, and this is something that's becoming a bit of concern, especially now when we are using a lot of redstone contraptions that involve things like hoppers and pistons, because as you know, pistons, hoppers, they all require iron, and to some degree I'm going to be spending it a lot, especially when building contraptions, as I say, that require those things. So right now, what are we sitting on? We're sitting on 46 iron ingots. Luckily, I had 30 iron ore downstairs, and I was able to grab that and smelt it. But 46 iron is not a great deal at all. We're actually sitting on more gold at the moment than we are iron, which is something that's very unusual from me. So right now, I think I'm going to head down to our mine and take an hour or so. I don't know if it's going to be around an hour, half an hour to an hour or so, to do a bit of mining, and I'm going to create a time lapse from the footage. And once we've completed that, hopefully we'll get a bit more iron for our stocks, and we can then round off the video. So here's a time lapse, and I'll catch you afterwards. Okay, so the mining is complete, and you might have saw in that time lapse a few interesting things happened, but we will talk about those in a second. So let's quickly take a look at what we managed to pull out of the mine. Got ourselves basically a stack of iron, which is nice. That's what we went down there for. 26 gold. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much 6 stacks of coal there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much 6 stacks of redstone. 1, 2, 3 stacks of lapis and 10. 42 diamonds, which is pretty insane actually. I got quite lucky down there. We got 3 emeralds. Not really much else to write home about, but one of the other big things that we just discovered down there was a zombie spawner. And it's actually going to be quite easy for us to access for a second time, which is nice. I don't have to write down any sort of coordinates. So, yeah, that's nice. And I believe as well, if you have a zombie spawner and you drop them into water, you can turn them into drowned mobs. I'm not sure if that changes their loot at all, or if they can then... I don't know. I don't think there is any actual benefit to doing it, but it's something that's quite cool and something we can maybe look into if we decide to go down that route in the future. But it was nice just to find another spawner, because we got a couple of spider ones down in the abandoned mine shaft that we found earlier in the series, which we are yet to do anything with. But a zombie spawner is, in my opinion, a little bit easier to work with, because the mobs are tool mobs rather than you know how the spiders are. They're flat, they are annoying, a bit more difficult to route where you want them to go. And yeah, it's just, zombies to me are an easier mob to file into a single place and kill. So I'm glad that we found that. Right now I'm just going to create ourselves some more torches. So let's get 16 of each of those to make 64 torches. We've got 33 levels, so there could be some enchantments coming soon. Probably not in this episode. But let me just do a quick recap of what we've got done today. So as you remember at the start of the video, I told you we've got the 3 modules on the right hand side of the room now complete. So we have 6 working modules in our auto kelp farm, and as you can see, over time we are gathering kelp, and this is good because eventually we want to turn this into fuel. And with the update coming for bamboo in the 1.14 update, which is the next Minecraft update, we should be able to both have a fuel source to fuel the furnaces and the kelp to go in the furnaces that can then be dried and turned into a separate fuel source. So, I mean, things are looking up in terms of automatic farming in this game. So, as well as getting the auto kelp farm into an almost finished state, the tree farm here is looking incredible, really. I mean, this area was barren, not barren, but bare. It was a plains biome. It looked something like this, and now we've got a vast sea of green leaves, which is very nice to see. And eventually we'll get a wall built around this. We'll add a few more details in the middle. So I want to get some paths that sort of like loop around, go through in between the trees. We're going to put down a bit more long grass, maybe a few more flowers, some more decorations. We might get some animals in there if we feel the need to. But right now, it's all in the works. It's all a plan, and we're not going to be completing it in this video anyway. So, guys, I'm going to wrap up the episode right here. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I really did enjoy filming it for you, so if you did enjoy it, leave a comment down below of any feedback, drop a like on the video, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for future content. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.